What's up? Hello, my Patreon fellowship. Today, I wanted to do a video where I sat down and chatted and talked about my plans for this next year and just kind of like talk through, just life stuff. Just a little bestie chat. But my barn also is an actual disaster site. And it needs to be cleaned desperately and just organized because next week's video is going to take place in this barn, so I need all of the space. And so I thought, why not pet two birds with the same finger? And so I'm gonna get to organizing. We're gonna do it together. And in the meantime, I'm going to chat about how the sun keeps going down and making me angry. The upcoming year, video projects, cosplays I have planned, maybe some travel. Ready? I guess let's get started. It's always overwhelming to begin with, but I do enjoy cleaning, which is surprising coming from someone so apt to create the mess that needs to be cleaned in the first place. First things first, I'm gonna take this down just so I can kind of organize my thoughts here. How are you? Can you believe that it's 2024 already? Generally, I feel like when it comes to New Year's, I don't really make a huge deal in my brain out of it being another year. I don't know, in terms of like resolutions and stuff, I've never been a huge resolution person. Although I am trying to be a bit more cleanly. That's kind of, I guess, my broad New Year's resolution. Boy. To stick up for myself, to myself, tend to do a lot better with cleaning up after myself when I have places to put things. And so that's kind of where the organizing comes into play. I am more likely to put it back after I'm done with it. For instance, this is kind of where I've been putting on my backdrops. It's just when I don't have anywhere to put what I'm working on, I work on such tight deadlines that I just don't have time to clean up after myself as I go, which can be really frustrating because then it all kind of just bottles up until I just have a gigantic mess, which it's just my life. Also need to put more shelves in this thing because it's just kind of just piling things on top of each other. Barely closes. Ah, vintage furniture. The things I sacrifice for aesthetic. I don't know. So that's something I'm trying to do in 2024 is look more into organizing things, tools to be able to do that. Putting more shelves places, more bins. In desperate need of keeping myself accountable for that kind of stuff. It's kind of falling apart already, as if it wasn't already in the video. This candle fell off of this bench when it was really cold and just shattered everywhere. And you guessed it, I haven't cleaned it up until this very second. I think that's one thing that I would change about this barn. Careful, SpongeBob. Is that I don't have enough storage for all my stuff. I just have so many different crafts that I like to work on and that I need storage for all of it, and it needs to be accessible, otherwise I won't reach for it. For instance, I have some things in these trunks. I tend to avoid unstacking them just so I can get to like this one. As aesthetic as these trunks are, I might switch them out for something more practical. And it's tough because I don't really have much more room on the wall for shelving and cabinets and such. It's a work in progress. We're figuring it out. Spray paint, I'm gonna make a pile. Generally how I organize is putting things in piles and then organizing the piles. It's just easier for me to tackle. Random leg armor side, I suppose. I've just been thinking about it a little more because I think in 2024, I would love to do more stuff in the barn. I've just been doing a lot of sewing things, and for sewing, I prefer to do it in my living room where I can watch TV, sit on a comfy couch. I have a sewing machine in here somewhere, there it is, that I haven't touched. This would make more sense, there's much more room, but I don't know. I like the creature comforts of being in my living room and sewing. Barn is where I do my big work, my creature building, my messy stuff that I don't want to create a paint tornado. Paint-nado. No. In the living room. Speaking of big projects, I mentioned in my last video the top to that spray paint. So I'm gonna limit my big builds this year. I'm gonna put these aside to put upstairs. Yeah, I don't wanna get too burnt out. Like the conventions I plan on doing this year and hopefully traveling. I don't know. Who even has time to travel? That's what I want to know. But I do need a vacation. That being said, I do have some big builds that I've been wanting to do for years and just haven't. One of them have been wanting to do for years and just felt like I didn't have the space, but now that I have the space, I might as freaking well. I've always wanted to make a rideable illusion costume, because you all know I love illusion costumes. And so sort of like Lewis and even Stevens when he has the penguin jockey, sort of like those dinosaur ones that you see that have like the fake legs but are just inflatable. I want to do something like that. I haven't narrowed down exactly what I want it to be, but I think I want it to be sort of like an original character slash creature. So I was thinking a giant raccoon creature. It has my like fake legs over the side, but realistic, you know? For me as a character, I kind of want to be like a little like junkyard girl, goggles and like overalls, be like little trash bandits, dirt on my face. I don't know. I have that in my head for some specific reason. I just think it would be really stinking cute. I've always wanted to make something big, a realistic looking creature. That would be really fun. I don't know when. This year I'm gonna do it. Probably not in summer because it sounds like it would be hot. So maybe like sometime in spring. That would be a long project. I think that would be like a 2-weeker. Realistically, it would take me much longer than that. But when we're working on the confines of my schedule, it needs to be quick. I don't know. I really love making like cool mechanical costumes that do stuff. It's my brand. When I took the dragon to DragonCon, just seeing everyone's reactions about like how it moved and them trying to figure out the highlight of the entire weekend. So I would love to do more of that kind of stuff. Also, I just love figuring things out. Puppetry. Told you, I'm in my puppet era and I don't foresee it going away anytime soon. This is trash, I believe, but I'm gonna put it aside in case Nick needs it for something. Apparently, the one that we found in the basement was actually something that Nick uses to winterize the camper. So maybe he wants the remaining sliver. Oh. Here's me just thinking I was upcycling and being crafty. And then he was like, wait, no, I actually need that. Oopsie. Sorry. Leggies of the creature that I don't want to throw away, but I don't have anywhere to put it. Also, the nice thing about making a video about it is that if I forget where something is, I can always watch the video and remember. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I am also hoping to do more armor builds this year. Specifically, one of my cosplay ideas for the year is Heath Ledger's character in A Knight's Tale. I just really want to try to do that. And mostly I just want to make the armor for that cosplay and then to be able to use it afterwards. I'm going to see if I can pull some strings with the local Ren Fair grounds that are around here and see if maybe they will let me rent out the space for filming off season. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm gonna always try. I've had some contact with them in the past, so maybe. But I think that would be really freaking fun. Shots and photos and videos of it on the jousting ring. Come on. One of my favorite parts of doing cosplay and just generally themed costumes, the reveals and finding locations to film things at, be able to make a short little movie. That's what I wanted to do for most of my life, is make movies. I took a little bit of a left turn and became a YouTuber, but a YouTuber, the ability to make short little films in form of reveals. Filming at the Titanic Museum and being able to make my own little mini Titanic movie, a dream come true. So I would love to do more projects this year where I get to do that, travel to certain locations. So yeah, just got some ideas swirling around in my brain and I feel like I just need to sit down and jot them all out, plan them all out. I started doing that the other day because I kind of need to, especially for this month and February, because February is gonna be kind of nuts. So as you might have seen, I am guesting at MegaCon and then I'm home for maybe a week before my friend Sarah and I are gonna take a road trip down to KatsuCon, normal guests, and have fun. For February, unfortunately, I think I kind of have to think of ideas that are a little bit more quote unquote simple. I don't really do simple stuff anymore because my brain won't allow me, but something that'll take maybe a few days versus a week or two. Something I would also really love to do more of this year is collabs. This can go upstairs. I haven't done many collabs and I think, hello? Good framing, Rachel. I think it's mostly because YouTube collabs are a bit harder to do. Just because you kind of have to be, pardon me, be right back. You kind of have to be together. I mean, I guess you don't, but the kind of collabs I would like to do, making something with somebody. And that's just tough because, you know, like I said, who has time to travel? This looks like my fresh swamp kale. Mama, we're eating good tonight. Upstairs pile. Making sure I can plan that out, which is also tough because you kind of have to do that months in advance. So I don't know, it's just a lot of moving parts that I feel like I need to sit down and figure out. I'm gonna just keep there for now because he makes me happy. Well, he's a little floppy. Do I have any paint that needs to be put away? Yes. Okay. I don't really have any specific collabs that I'm thinking of. I just kind of want to work with someone that, or multiple people that I feel like kind of match my vibe and maybe will teach me something new because I love that. I don't know, man. That's a lot. It's a lot to think about. I also would love to continue doing house projects. People keep asking what my next house project is. I don't really know. I kind of feel like we've gotten the major interesting rooms done. So it's tough because it's like, I don't want to make up a house project that I don't actually want to do just for a video, you know? That doesn't make any sense. I have a couple things like paint related, mural related that I think I want to do, so that's good at least. I would love, I don't know if it's gonna happen this year because it seems like a lot, but one of my dreams is to have my own like Victorian dream house. Greenhouse. We're working on the dream house part. From the outside, it doesn't really have to be Victorian, but the inside I would love to decorate. One of those orangeries they used to have. I don't actually even know how that would work. I feel like it wouldn't make a very interesting video if we just had someone build it for us. I don't know if that's beyond me and Nick's skill set, is building a greenhouse, but giant kits that you can buy. But I also kind of want this to be accessible and more than just the very specific time of Massachusetts, early spring, late fall, because otherwise summer becomes Satan's actual bumhole. I would like it to be able to be sort of heated and comfortable so I could go in there. And I say greenhouse because I would very much like to learn how to start gardening. Historically, my thumbs have not been the greenest. I think with the proper research, Nick's dad's girlfriend is really, really good at gardening, so I think maybe she could help me. But also, aesthetically and selfishly, I just want a greenhouse because they're cute. A little painting studio set up in there and a little area that I can enjoy my coffee. I'll tell you, the need for me to have just a little space where I can just do crone-ly activities, it's strong. I always tell Nick that I would love to just have a little witch hut in the middle of our woods. Just to go and hang out. Oh, yeah, okay. A little bat hat, Jon Snow's gloves for some reason. Those could be sorted upstairs with all the costume stuff. Wool will go in my wool felting drawer, which is over here. Which one is it? Not that one. Oh, just kidding. It's over here. Silly me. Back on top. All right, I want to try to organize this giant pile of stuff. Mothman, go up on here with my other oopy spoopy masks and such. Oop, oh no, well, I can't get that. Hat, go on top of here. Why not? Jolly. Another thing that I'm kind of thinking I want to do for the next year, for the weeks that I'm not working on big build, I would like to do more mystery kind of videos. I always love when people make videos that are like, I found this 500-year-old dresser in here, let's open it. That resonates well with audiences because it's kind of just human nature to want to know what's in stuff. Either try to find stuff like that or using gadgets from the past like I have been. It's a lot of fun and it's satisfying for me. That's what I like to watch. What is this? Why does this look like something Dobby would wear? Dobby is free! What is this? Oh, I think this was Nick trying to figure out his ghost costume. Well, now it shall be used as mock-up scraps. Yeah, I don't know. I think those videos in general probably wouldn't take me super long to do, which is kind of what I'm looking for in between big makes so I can actually stay on top of my shiz. All right, these are all scraps. My Gandalf cloak from when I made it even more saucy. I almost need like a scrap storage because right now they just kind of go back in my fabric stash, but they kind of make everything really messy. So that's like main channel stuff, just more cool things. Just kind of the same stuff I've been doing, but different projects. And then as far as Patreon here, 2 to 3 videos a month, including live streams. Having a lot of fun doing with Tommy specifically because he helps me read the comments. So it's really helpful to have him there. And I think y'all that do join along have been having fun with him too. So I'm hopefully gonna be doing some cool trips. Hopefully maybe more travel vlogs. I've watched my Costa Rica vlog a few times. You remember so much more when you record and watch the video back versus just photos. Trips with friends, photo shoots. Let me know if there are specific things that you would love to either have me make a video about or behind the scenes about, and I will try my best. I've been thinking a lot about my job and just as stressful as it can be, just how happy I am. I've just been having a lot of fun, just making stuff that I'm excited about. I guess something else that I'm trying to do in 2024 is allow myself to be happy. And woe is me, but I feel like my problem, I don't really allow myself to feel content. I think because I'm such a pessimist, if I feel the sensation of being happy and content, there's something in my brain that's always like, yeah, well, that's not gonna last. Something's gonna happen. So I'm trying to do more stepping back and like thinking about where I was 10 years ago, working in a cubicle and dreading commuting into the city every day to where I am now. And I think that really like brings a huge perspective shift. I don't know. I try to think about that kind of stuff and like how sweet all of you are. I think in the back of my mind, there's always that what if YouTube plateaus and then drops off. And so I'm trying to kind of have plans for my life after YouTube. One of those things I've talked about a couple times is like our little Victorian cafe. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe I could do YouTube alongside that and document decorating it and doing all that stuff. I don't have a timeline for any of these things, so the brain is weird, man. I've lived so long as a pessimist that I don't know how to be anything else. Welcome to my therapy sesh. All that being said, Patreon really has contributed so much to my happiness and excitement. I'm just grateful for all of you. Grateful, grateful, grateful. On the same level of looking forward to things, that's why I love doing cool projects and cosplays. It triggers that content, excited happiness for me. Breaking news, hobbies make you happy. You heard it here first, folks. Career-wise, I'm never as happy as I am when I'm working on an intense new cosplay that I'm really excited about. For instance, right now I'm working on Padme, which you might have seen. Challenging and intense, detailed costume that I set myself a deadline for. And it's consumed my brain. Like that's all I want to work on. Even the mundane stuff, I'm just having a lot of fun with. Just having a ball. Ugh. Starting to look a little cleaner in here. I think where I should put sewing trim. Maybe in the sewing box. Come on, stay. The new tripod. This baby can't handle. Can't handle the weight. How long am I gonna do this for? Stay. I've also been trying to give myself more time for extracurricular activities, such as playing video games, because it really makes me so happy. Kind of relaxes me. More breaking news. Video games can also make you happy. Right now specifically, I am replaying Red Dead Redemption 2, which is my absolute favorite game ever. So it goes without saying that I just want to dress like a old man prospector now. That's a whole nother topic, is Instagram. Something I am going to try to do, which I also mentioned in my latest video. More short form content, both on shorts, for YouTube shorts, and on Instagram. Shorter videos, shorter tutorials, but I would also love to do more fashion stuff. It's just finding the time is kind of tricky. You don't really realize it, but when you see someone do a video where they're changing into like 10 different outfits, my dudes, that takes all day. So as much as I would love to do those kind of videos, I don't have the time to spare. Which is unfortunate, because I would really enjoy doing the videos where it's outfits inspired by so-and-so, and then you kind of show a bunch of outfits. It's very rare that I have a day where I'm not doing something else. YouTube long form content and Patreon are my priorities. So for me to make time away from that to do Instagram stuff is just like it's not up there. It's all just kind of up in the air, but we'll see how much time I have. I'm only one person. Ooh, my knees. I'm definitely glad I'm making this video. The chances of me cleaning this barn without proper motivation were probably slim. Deep in the embroidery stage of Padme, so that's kind of like all I want to focus on right now. This is a needed break. This also had to be done before next week. I don't know, I need more bins and labels. I need to take a trip to an organization store. Hot glue gun can go in here. We're getting there. Look at me being organized. This is also not including all the stuff that I need to take in from the house to the barn, but you know what? Toddler steps. Why don't you close? Tools. Hopefully this hasn't been too rambly. I have a lot of thoughts and plans that are swirling around up in my dome piece that need to be vocalized so I can keep myself accountable. So you guys can keep me accountable. Again, if you guys have any suggestions on what you would like to see, both in short form, long form, Patreon, definitely let me know. I think it's gonna be a really fun year and I'm excited. I love what I do. So this is just, it's the best. Picking up all the trash. Yeah. Put the scissors in the drawer. Yeah. All right, it's starting to look a little bit better here. I also should probably do more work on this barn. It's much better than it was when we moved in, but it's not a spot yet that I feel like I walk in and I'm like, ooh. For instance, these window clings that I put on, literally just 2 squares, and I haven't done anything else with it. So they're just like window clings, privacy, warbling on it. I kind of want to put these all over the window and then paint these brown so it can look a little bit more like a hobbity two-door kind of vibe. Add it to the list of things that I would like to do, but am I actually gonna get around to them? Don't know. Well, partners, I think that's just about all I wanted to talk about. And the barn is looking a lot better now. I just have to bring a few things upstairs, organize my costume stuff. Then I can get back to working on Padme. Hopefully you had fun watching me clean and try to multitask and talk at the same time. Hopefully it went well. Happy New Year! Thank you for being here. I have just a lot of plans that I'm excited for, and I hope that you stick around. I shall see you in the next Patreon video. All right, here I go. I love you. Goodbye.